Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm doing a highly requested video and an informational video that I wish I would have had before I went to basic and tech school. More of the tech school side because I had no idea what Keesler was about. So today I'm going to make a video specifically about tech school at Keesler. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm Nayeli. I sometimes do videos about the military. I do videos about vlogs. I just do reaction videos. I do a bunch. I don't know. If you guys want to know what a normal day in Keesler look like, I have a video based on that. If you guys can go check it out. If you guys actually want to are interested in seeing how a week in Keesler, I made a video on that, so it gives you a little bit of insight of what you can do and your base freedoms and all that stuff. Okay, so let's get straight into the video. I'm going to start with basic stuff that I can think of, and then I'm going to read some questions that I received and then go off from there. This video might be all over the place, but I promise you'll gain a lot of information. So if you are going to Keesler, this should really help you. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So right after basic, you graduate, right? Okay, so for example, me, I graduated on a Wednesday. We had two graduations. I don't know if that's still a thing, but we had two types of graduation. So on a Wednesday we had one, and then Tuesday we had another. Thursday we had another, and that Friday, depending on where you're going and how you're getting places, you'll leave a different time in the night. So you could leave at 2 in the morning, you could leave at 4 in the morning, you could leave at 9 in the morning. Specifically, most likely if you're going to Keesler, you're gonna leave your room and stuff around 4 in the morning, get ready. It's going to be a bus drive. It's 8 hours? I think 7-8 hours bus drive from San Antonio, Lackland, Texas to Keesler AFB. It's an 8-hour bus drive, but I promise you, it's literally the most free. You love it because it's right after basic. You trapped. You have nothing, but you have your phone. And you get to stop at Buc-ee's. I don't think I've ever been to Buc-ee's. I heard of it and everyone, here, a big thing. But you get to stop at Buc-ee's and get whatever you want. You have your phone, and then the bus driver will let you sit outside for a little bit and get some air until everyone's done. And it's just I promise those 8 hours will fly by and it will feel so relieving because you get to catch up on your phone and get to talk to the people you were in basic with, whoever's going to Keesler. So I recommend you try to get on the same bus. So once you get to Keesler, when I first got there, I was I just came out of basic. They're gonna yell at me. I'm new. No one's I'm gonna get yelled at. And I was expecting it to be just like basic. And for a minute, it was. You get onto the base and it's so beautiful. You see palm trees. It's nothing like San Antonio. It's no dirt. Well, yeah, it's no dirt. It's bright palm trees. Mind you, I went in August or July. I went in July, so it was bright summer Keesler, and the beach looked nice. The sun was setting, and it was just the sun was up, and it was just perfect. It looked so pretty, and I was obsessed. But once you get there, it's kind of they still kind of treat you the same, only for the first 2 hours. When you get there, they kind of treat you the same. They're hurry up, why aren't you moving? And they treat you you feel belittled, basically. But that's just the main part, so they can put you in your manor. Your manor is where you sleeping at, where you live at for the next couple months, weeks, however long you're there. And it really all depends on your job, so you get grouped up by your job. Me specifically, I was in Davis Manor. So specifically for people who got weather, admin, personnel, PMAL, and religious affairs, I'm pretty sure we're all in those two manors, Connor and Davis. So if you have any other job listed, you're definitely gonna be in those two. I also been getting questions about what to expect, what are the rules, and it's really all depending on your job, and what squadron you're in, because each like I said, Connor and Davis is dedicated to those 5 jobs I listed. So they have their own rule, and by the looks of it, I feel we had the strictest. We had the strictest rules. For example, we were the only squadron to have PT at 4 in the morning. Well, had to be there by 4:15. So you wake up at 3:50 if you want to and if you want breakfast. Oh, you don't even get breakfast because they don't open, right? So yeah, but I heard they changed that now. So if you're going now, happy you get to go to PT at 5. But yeah, it was that's what I mean by strict. And some people have PT at 5, every morning, 5:15, whatever. So it really all depends on your squadron. So don't get advice from people who's not in your squadron, because if they're like, oh yeah, PT is tomorrow at 5, then your PT is at 4 and you're like, okay. So once you get into tech school, you have 3 phases, and you go in at phase 1, obviously. And phase 1, you're limited. You have a curfew by like, I think 9 on weekdays, and on weekends 10. You get to different phases just by like how long you've been there. So like, I think it's, to get to phase 2, you have to be there for like 10 days, and you have to take a test in order to phase up, at least for my R manner. I know that most squadrons, if you're there for like 10 days already, or like 2 weeks, you automatically just get like phased up and you get those liberties. But in our manners, like I told you, it's kind of strict. We had to take a chain of command test and get it 100% in order to like phase up, and that's the only way you can phase up to 2. And after that, you can phase up to 3 just by like being there for 40 days. Like if you're there, if your tech school is pretty short like mine was, you really don't have time to think about phase 3. But I think phase 2 is perfectly fine, because phase 2, you are allowed off base. You are allowed to wear civilian clothes anywhere you go off the duty day. Like once you're released, you get to wear civilian clothes. In phase 1, you have to, like, even if you want to go to the store, you have to wear either OCPs or like any form of uniform, like PT gear or something like that. But once again, this was this was for the 335th Squadron. Like I tell you, I heard some people were allowed to go to the store in PT gear, but we weren't allowed in there unless we had like our OCPs or dress blues, and if you were in phase 1. So like some people would avoid it if they were in phase 1, or they would get people like to go in and, you know, be like, hey, can you buy this for me? So yeah, you really, like, if you have to do that test, I recommend doing that test. Like just study, like the way I study is like I cram. So if I could cram, like, because it was a short test, if I could cram that like in 5 minutes and then take the test right there, I'm cool. Like, cool, aced it. Also at Keesler, there's this place called a fishbowl. It's not literally a fishbowl, but it's like made out of glass, so you want to call it a fishbowl. And it's basically like a hangout lounge. It's like a stage. They do movie nights. They have a game room. They have massage chairs, pool tables, a kitchen, and like stuff. So it's basically like a way to have freedom. And if you're in phase 1, according to my squadron, you had to be in your OTPs or blues in order to be in there. But phase 2, you can wear whatever you want type to be in there. But also, when I say wear whatever you want, it's also like respectful. Like you can't wear like booty shorts and walk around, because they have like their own handbook that says like must be mid thigh or lower, and yeah, you can't walk around like that, and can't show like belly button. Obviously some people get away with it, they do that, or they put like hoodies on and then they walk off base and take it off. You can do that, just not while you're in the triangle. The triangle is literally like on the map, it shows like a little triangle of where you're limited, and in phase 1 you cannot leave that triangle. So don't think you're going to the BX. If you need to go to like the big BX, which is like a big store where you can buy, like, say you need like Tide Pods or something, but that might be like in the little BX, which is in the triangle. But if you need to go to the big BX to get like food and stuff, that's out the window if you're in phase 1, because you cannot leave the thing, and if they catch you, you will get red carded. Red carded is holding you back from getting to the next phase or pushing you back to phase 1. So you don't want to get red carded. And if you're like, oh, I have 1 more day until I get phase 2, but I really want this food, I'm gonna go get it. They catch you, you're back, you need to start again. 10 more days you have to get to phase 2. So I just recommend just don't do that. Also, if I don't answer a question in this video, once you get to Keesler, like, they're gonna give you their Discord, like a QR code Discord. All the questions you need, all the answers you need will be in that Discord, or you could just ask questions. There's posters, there's like so many things that you can sit there and learn. There's so many tabs of the questions. Like they even had a DoorDash tab, like how to, if you want to DoorDash, how to do it. Like, you know, they have like tabs like that. It was really a great tool to ask questions. And also you might have a roommate. So going back into talking about the phases, I'm going to talk to you about like the curfews and like the different types of rules you can have during the phases. So in phase 1, obviously, like I said earlier, you are stuck in the triangle. You can't go out. You have to wear uniform everywhere, and your curfew is 9 to 10. 9 on the work days and 10 on weekends. Phase 2, you can go out the triangle. You can wear whatever you want. You can leave base now, since you could go out the triangle. You can leave base. I think it's only like a 80 miles radius. You can't go past 80 miles or something like that. But that's enough. You don't want to go that far anyways. You gotta be back by. On work days, your curfew is like 10. And on weekdays, your curfew is 12. In phase 3, you basically have the same rules as phase 2. But you have like a longer radius to like, you know, drive out. And you also get to get a pass. I forgot what it's called. But it's like a number. It's a pass where you can fill out and get approved that you can stay off base for the weekend. So if you like have family in town or you live there, you can literally sleep over their house in the weekend or like stay off base for the weekend. So that's good for phase 3 if you ever do get to phase 3. So I was at Keesler, you'll start to hear this thing called a down Friday. I love this about Keesler. This was literally every day. So a down Friday is every other Friday. That Friday is just like a free day. It's like, here, enjoy yourself type of day. Like I told you, my manner was strict. So on one of the Fridays, like instead of letting us just like sleep in and like just go out to eat breakfast or like, you know, hang with your mates, whatever, they decided to give us mandatory fun. Mandatory fun as in they threw us like a little block party. They took us on buses and took us to like a little water balloon fight. They provided us pizzas and stuff, a bull. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, but it was mandatory. So it's like, do I really want to be here on a Friday? I mean, yeah, I'd rather be here than go to class and stuff, but I don't know if your squadron will do that or not, but other squadrons, they just let you have that day. Like, no class, just nothing. Like, it's just your day. Do you. Within your phase, of course. Okay, so now I'm going to get into some of the questions I received. So the first question is, did we get to have our car in tech school? You can have your car in tech school. I didn't. I was only there. My tech school was like 40 days long, so it was no point of me getting my car shipped. And no, before someone asks, you cannot drive from basic to tech school in your own car. Like, no. Like, if your parents bring your car to tech school, to basic, you cannot drive it. They can drive it over there and drop it off for you. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they can do that. But you cannot drive it. You don't need a pass for your car. You can just have your car. I recommend you only bring your car if you're gonna stay there over like 2 months. If you're gonna stay there under a month, maybe even under 2 months, I wouldn't ship my car, pay for my car to get shipped, unless it's like not a hassle and unless you're planning on driving to your next duty base. Next question was, how long was tech school for me? My job is admin. I get that question a lot. My tech school was about 40 days, but honestly, it depends on like the way my instructor did it. He was like, we're just gonna learn, and if we finish early, we finish early. Like, y'all gonna graduate, what it was it like? He said you guys supposed to graduate August 23rd. And we ended up graduating August 18th. And then I heard some people weren't allowed to do that, but we didn't. We got to graduate early. So someone asked, what's the difference between personnel and admin? And since personnel do more, why does admin have a longer tech school? I'm not sure how long personnel tech school is. The difference between admin and personnel is literally Mills PDS, which is just like a software program that you use. And I wouldn't say they do more. They probably do more. I don't know. But they have more access to Mill PDS. But now they're allowing admin to have access to Mill PDS, which I do, but they have to take like a training course in order to have access to that, whereas personnel just have access to it. So that's really the difference. Personnel just has more access to it and deal with more people on that aspect. So I guess that would be the only difference. It's really the same. Like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna merge soon. Okay, so someone asked about the laundry room, which is something I got. That's a great question. I should have answered that. Okay, so in each manor, I believe that every floor has their own laundry room. Probably like 10 washers and like 12 dryers for the whole floor of people. So that's not a lot at all. Yeah, it's just like whenever you need to wash clothes, you go wash clothes. But mind you, phase 1, if your curfew at 9 o'clock, don't put your clothes in for like 8:30 and knowing your clothes not gonna be done till like 9:05, because if they catch you out if you're in at 9 o'clock and they be like, let me see your face card and your phase 1, nope, you're done. But yeah, it's basically like a communal thing. If you can wash your clothes, go wash your clothes. If you have time, go wash your clothes. Just wash your clothes whenever you want. It's no rule against it. This one says, did you go to tech school straight after basic or did they give you leave? I answered this a little bit in the beginning. You don't get leave. You go right after your graduation, like the day after. Like, there's no gap in between basic and tech school besides the bus drive or the airplane ride you need to. But according to Keesler, it's just a bus drive. So there's no gap. You just go. So this person wants to join the Air Force and they're getting ready to join after high school. So congratulations. This is going to be a interesting journey. They want to know if we got paid during tech school, how was the physical test, and like when did we start getting paid. So you start getting paid once you get to basic. Like you get paid the 1st and the 15th. So if you're, depending on what time you go to basic, you get the first week is literally giving all your information, getting all that set up, getting your pay set up. And like while you're in basic, they'll give you your phone to be like, all right, check your bank account, see if you got paid. If it didn't work, we're gonna go fix that for you. Mostly it's gonna work if everything's go right, hopefully. So you start getting paid right there. You get paid for being the basic. You get paid during tech school, and then after that, you just get paid. Like you're paid once you go to basic, and once that's all set up in the system. And the physical test is easy if you actually push yourself and actually want to pass. It's just running, sit-ups, and push-ups. Yeah, and like it's literally nothing the average person couldn't do it. But it's really all on your mindset and how you want to do it. It's like I wouldn't even worry about the physical part. Besides just working out, like just starting, like literally just be fit before you get there. Not fit like to the point where you look like fucking Dwayne Johnson, but like fit to the point where if I do push-ups in basic, I'm not gonna wake up the next day sore, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So this question asks about the pros and cons of getting into tech school. I'm pretty sure they mean by like going to tech school after basic, but if they don't, then I don't understand. But I'm gonna answer it as if he means going to tech school after basic, because you don't really get into tech school. You're just automatically going to tech school if you're into basic. If you get it into basic, pros and cons is freedom, food, freedom, phone, more sleep, I guess. Yeah, you get more sleep because you get your weekends, and yeah, you can go to sleep whenever you want. It's just freedom. That's the pros. Cons, considering basic, no cons. I mean, if you're a fitness person, you don't work out every day, unless like it's not mandatory for you to work out every day, but if you want to, you can go to the gym. Cons, the gym there is always packed, so you can work out anywhere, like in your room if you want. So but cons is really all you make, how you make it. I've never been to Keesler when it's not sunny and hot and humid, so oh, also Keesler con, water is disgusting. Like water, Biloxi water is disgusting. I wouldn't drink out the tap. Next question, can you wear makeup during tech school and classes? You can wear makeup, yeah, you definitely can. Obviously light makeup because part of the AFB, the rules of the Air Force. Can't be heavy makeup. Like you can't be like purple eyeshadow, long wing, bright lipstick. When you're in uniform, you can't. But when you're out of uniform, do whatever the heck you want. Do a cat eye, do black eye if you want. I don't know. When you're out of uniform, you can do whatever you want because it's like your own base liberty. Just remember that when you're in uniform, it has to be light and it shouldn't really be noticeable. But you can definitely wear like foundation, concealer, blush. Not too much blush. Last couple questions. So here she's asking me if I could actually make a video about the Keesler, which is one of the reasons I actually sat down and make this video today. I've been planning on it, but I just haven't gotten to it. So there is this great thing, this is sarcasm, okay, called super flight, which is a flight, but super. So a super flight, which means just like a big flight. A flight is usually 13 plus people. That's what's considered a flight. But in tech school, it's your whole squadron. So like up to like 200 people all in one flight, and you march in the morning to class. Depending on how far your class, if you're in my manor, if you're like in my manors with those jobs, you're gonna march at least 20 minutes a day to and from. So good luck. You have people calling your cadence and telling you what to say, because sometimes you do jodies and stuff. So you're marching to class, but when you get to class is just like literally class. You can have your phone. It really all depends on your instructor. You can have your phone. Classes really all depends on your job. My job was all computer, so I was just on the computer taking tests. I know some tech schools people actually had to sit there and study. Not me. Had a computer. Did I have to study? Love that for me. But it's really just you're in a class with like 6-7 other people, max 12, 14. I don't know. It's really small classes, and your instructor is teaching you, and it's literally just like a college course or just like a high school class, and they're just standing up there teaching you. You're asking all the questions you want. You're taking notes, and it's literally that. And I think class is usually from 8, 7:30. I don't know. It was different. Like some days. It always just ends at like 3 something. So 7 to 3, 8 to 3, 8 to 3:30 or something like that. And then you march back. Sorry, I sound a little vague in that, like sarcastic, but I wasn't. That's really literally all classes. And right after that, whenever they release you, you're good for the day. If you got homework, which you won't. If you're an admin or personnel, you won't have homework. And I don't think anyone had homework. I never heard of someone having homework besides like studying, but it could be a thing. But yes, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys got so much information, because I wish I would have had this video when I was looking on YouTube for Keesler videos because I did not know anything about Keesler. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also leave a comment down below. And if you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask in the comments. I'll answer them. I've been giving them back to a lot of people. I've been getting a lot of DMs regarding basic. I really want to do a more in-depth basic video, but I don't know where to go about that because I feel like the other one was pretty informational and I've been answering the questions individually about that. But I'm also trying to get to a packing video, so if you guys really want a packing video for basic, let me know. I usually just answer people on their DM when they DM me about what to take, and they'll usually have certain questions for me so I can help them on that. But if not, I should make a video to make it easier on myself. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my video and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.